Do you have allergies at all?
Do I? No, I don't think so.
I think I'm getting them this year.
Are you? Well, I guess this has been the worst year for everyone out here because of all the rain.
Absolutely. And I think also we've had Santa Ana conditions too. And
Yeah.
people that don't normally have allergies, I think, are experiencing problems now.
But you know what? It might not be what's floating around in the air. It may be what we're eating. How about that? Huh?
Well.
And the reason... And we're going to explore this because Daryl Scanlon has found a few things that you might not know about food allergies. And let's walk over and say hi.
Hi, Daryl.
Good morning,
How are you
Daryl.
doing?
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Boy, look at this color. Whoa.
Gorgeous.
We're going to talk about food allergies.
How do you know if you have a food allergy?
Most people know because they have experienced the skin rashes, the hives, the headaches, and the sinus conditions that are symptoms that show that their immune system is having an adverse reaction to a specific food that they've eaten. What they don't know is that foods of the same family have the potential for causing negative reactions, and that there are 50 different foods. For example, if you are allergic to licorice,
Yeah.
then peanuts will also cause a problem. So I'm going to show you today 4 of those 50 different food
Okay, now-
families, which are the most common.
I know we're not all physicians here, but can you tell me, is there a time lapse, I mean, a period of time that you should expect if you were going to have a reaction?
It depends on the person.
Oh,
If there's someone
okay.
who is particularly sensitive, they'll produce a great many antibodies and they'll have an extreme reaction quickly. If there's someone who's less sensitive, then the reaction may be delayed. It could be several hours, it could be the next morning.
It is so
right.
frightening, though, if you're
Exactly.
with somebody and they
Exactly.
know that, say, they're allergic to, say, shellfish, and they don't know that shellfish is in whatever they're eating.
Oh, right,
And
yeah, of
suddenly their
course.
throat swells up and they can't breathe. Oh, it's so scary.
That's why it's
And their
important.
claws start to
Yes.
open? And, oh,
Well, let's hope not too
kidding.
far.
Okay.
Let's start with the pea family. Remember, I talked about licorice
Yeah.
and peanuts being a problem. They're all members of the pea family, as are all dried beans, alfalfa sprouts, and
Well,
peas.
I don't have anything nice to say about the pea family.
I
The
heard
pea
that you
family.
don't like peas.
We make too much of this deal. Because I love licorice and I like peanuts and I like beans and legumes and stuff.
Then you're not allergic to
Sprouts.
this family.
No, I don't think I'm allergic to much of anything.
That's good to
Good.
hear.
Yeah.
Next, the melon family. Now, most people would think when they hear the melon family, watermelon and cantaloupe, sure enough, but would they think about cucumber? Cucumbers, pumpkin seeds, and summer squash can also have a negative reaction if melons are a problem.
What about chocolate?
What about,
Honestly,
what
I-
about chocolate?
I used to be allergic to chocolate and am no longer, at least I don't think so.
How'd you fix
what's
that up?
What's in the chocolate family? Oh, my mother said I would get so crabby. I was real little.
Oh.
Maybe it was just my disposition.
The only
But
thing I remember, my mother said when I ate hamburger, I kicked at night. That's the only thing I remember
The
from growing
chemical
up.
substance, if
I
you
don't know
really want
why.
to know,
So I didn't
is
eat-
theobromine in chocolate. But that's a little,
Oh.
little technical. It's a
Okay.
special substance.
Boy,
Interestingly
she knows her
enough,
stuff, doesn't she?
yes, I know.
kids who have allergies early in life will generally tend to outgrow them. But if you have an allergy later on as an adult, you're usually stuck with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
let's
Well,
let's
that's fascinating
okay.
about
So
the
that's the melon
melon family.
family.
Okay.
This is called the aster family, and it has common foods such as lettuce.
Do they have
But
a dog? Is it the Asters who have the dog?
Well, those New York melons, you know, there's something else. Well, I don't get it. And so,
But would you
Why would
think
this be in
that
the same group?
artichoke would, because they're genetically related, they're in the same plant
Oh,
family. So
okay.
here we have artichoke, sunflower seeds, endive, and this happens to be tarragon. The spice tarragon could cause a negative reaction if artichokes are a problem.
and how many little families did you say there were? 50?
There are 50 in total.
Now,
I'm
is
just
this
showing
the total number in this particular
in this
group?
particular
Okay,
family. This
all
is the aster family.
All right.
Okay.
Let's move on to the potato family. Potato, tomato, eggplant, peppers. All of those are related. And if you have a problem with potatoes, watch out for any of the other members.
Wow.
Wow. Well, this will all be in newsletter number 226. We'll give you the whole 50 groupings.
We're going to do all 50.
No,
Oh,
not
great.
today, in the
In the
newsletter.
In the newsletter. Now, there is a tremendous difference
Yes.
between
Okay.
food
Kids,
allergies, kids, between food allergies and what we call an intolerance. An intolerance to food is a problem where you don't have enough of a specific enzyme that breaks down that food. The most common would be milk or wheat intolerance. For instance, if you have a problem with dairy products, milk, the problem is here that you do not break down the milk sugar. What is usually acceptable, if it's not too bad an intolerance, is that you can use yogurt or hard cheese because there's less milk sugar involved.
No, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
It's the lactose. You're missing the
But you're talking
enzyme
about
that
just
breaks
an
it down.
intolerance rather
this
than
is
a
an
major
intolerance.
reaction.
With the allergies, it was the antibody reaction,
Right, okay.
the immune system. Now we're talking about an enzyme that our bodies don't make enough
And you
of.
can't buy this little enzyme somewhere?
You can in terms of milk, with the milk products. You can buy, here we have the enzyme right here. You can drop this into liquid milk, and in 24 hours it will break down all of the milk sugar. You can also take it in a capsule form. There are foods on the market, such as soy moo. Here's the first non-fat soy moo I've
Soy moo?
This is milk,
I love that.
milk made from soybeans.
Yeah.
It's non-dairy. We also have Lactaid. We have soy cheese. Have you ever tried soy cheese?
No.
You
Is
wanna
that
hear?
the stuff
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there?
Here.
All
There you
right.
go. Try
Do you know,
some
I
soy
found
cheese.
some of that no-fat cheese the other day. Bought some, and it's darn good.
Do you like it? Isn't it good?
I do like it,
Very-
yes.
I'm proud of you.
Oh.
Well done.
I listen. I pay attention to you, dearly.
I'm glad.
It's a little gummy,
Now-
but probably
but
nice
for
on a hamburger or
someone who
something.
cannot tolerate any kind of cheese, it's at least a step in the right direction. It
That'll make a nice grilled
improves
cheese
their
sandwich.
quality of life. Yes. And I want to just add that tofu is also a high source of calcium. So if you can't have any dairy at all, tofu is a way to go.
Okay.
Now, wheat is in absolutely everything, so it becomes a real problem. But there are products on the market that are wheat-free. This is a brand new grain called spelt, which does not trigger the adverse reactions that
Spelt?
wheat does. It's called spelt. We grow it in this country. It's very popular in Europe. It's new for us. Amaranth and corn are also cereals that are okay for someone who has a wheat intolerance. We have rice bread and rice products which do not trigger, again, a wheat problem. Now, we have
Yeah.
people with
I knew
wheat...
you'd say the most important stuff for the last.
Pizza. People who can't eat wheat, pizza's out the door. Now, here we've got pizza made from the original whole rice crust. And it's a pizza made from rice crust. We've done it in two ways. Here we've got cheese on this one, we've got soy cheese on this one. I want you to try
What's out there?
rice
That looks
pizza.
like refried
This is a
beans.
tostada.
Oh, it is?
A rice tostada, rice crust tostada.
That looks
Okay.
delicious.
Well, I'm going to try a piece.
Which one do you want me to try?
I want you to try this one.
All right.
Okay.
Does this have that cheese that you can wrap around your telephone and across the living room and through the hallway?
This has real, it's still real cheese though. It's mozzarella.
Okay. Oh, it's an interesting
think?
crust. It's like getting the last piece of bread in a loaf of bread. You know? It's like getting the crust.
But it does not have any of the allergic reactions. So someone who
Tastes
has a wheat
good.
problem, this is
Yeah.
the way to go.
All right. Thank you, Darrell Lee. Very, very